conferences. He was involved in many technical and administrative committees of InfoNet Center. His current engagement includes activities of database management group, software research and development, UGC website, and automation of UGC schemes. I would like to inform that he is the core person who developed entirely managing this UGC websites and all these schemes of University Grants Commission. And he is also a core member of various national projects such as National Institutional Ranking Framework, and he is the developer of NARF framework, and National Board of Accreditation, ENBA, National Testing Agency, Study in India, Atal Ranking, and so on. With this brief introduction, I request Dharmesh Shah to take over the session. Dharmesh, you please wait for 2-3 minutes so that people can enter into our room, and then we can start. Yes, Dharmesh could proceed now.
Hello, am I audible? Good morning, dear colleagues. Hope you all are safe there. Today's our title under cloud computing is that understanding the benefits and future. I think yesterday my colleagues has shown you about the what is the cloud computing and the uh, advantages of cloud computing and all of this. Uh, Today, initially in my PPT, we will start with what is the cloud computing. Before starting, I just briefing myself. My name is Dharmesh Shah, working as a scientific technical officer at Implement Center. So now, what is the cloud? I think you all now able to understand that what is the cloud and what is the cloud computing. So, cloud doesn't means that it is in sky or where we need to put our machines, laptops, and all these things, right? So, see, cloud means what we can say, no, that we can create like in one our companies or any organization or anywhere, we can create one separate space for that. There we can set up multiple VMs, multiple virtual machine, deploy one servers and divide that servers into multiple computers. And that computers or that VM we can use for our work purpose. So let us start with briefing about what is the cloud computing. What is the cloud computing? I think what I have said, you know, that you in yesterday you came to know about what is the cloud computing. But before going that our current topic to understand the cloud and the futures of cloud, we will brief you about the what is the cloud computing. Cloud computing provides with all the computing services such as servers, software, networking, and analytics over the internet. See, the second line that is very useful. The services will be provided by the cloud providers and charge for it for monthly bills, just like whatever we are paying for electricity and water. Means we no need to bother about the our infrastructure, network, storage, all that we no need to bother. All the machines or virtual machine we can say that you can get based on your requirement you can get from the vendor or providers. You only need to pay the monthly bill, means pay as you go, like that. It allows us to create, configure and customize applications online. See, this is the another features of the cloud computing. As it is means like you are purchasing your laptop, right? What you are doing, you are installing OS, you are installing Microsoft Office. That kind of thing you don't need to do here. From organization vendor you will get entire laptop or laptops kind of screen or workstation kind of screen from the cloud organization. So you can easily create, configure and customize applications online. With cloud computing, user can access database resource via the internet from anywhere. This is the very uh, advantages of cloud. Like see, if we are using workstation, means like computer or laptop, but if you want to this laptop to be accessed from outside, you need to collect it with you or you need to bring it with you, right? Otherwise, you can't get the data from the laptop. But in cloud, you can access from anywhere. There are security reasons are there, but uh, that cloud VMs or cloud virtual machine, you can access it from anywhere. So it is the very big advantage of the cloud. So with cloud computing, users can access database resource via the internet from anywhere for as long as they need without worrying about any maintenance or management of actual cost that we talked earlier. See, and that the last line we know, local servers are a thing of past now. You may want to choose just one backup for emergency rather than having number of servers having the same data, right? Cloud computing is the future these days, undoubtedly, and it is going to change how we do business, works, our uh, organizations works, or any kind of. Next, cloud computing is a cutting edge technology that enables one to leverage computer resources and services over the internet. Thus, rather than spend huge sums of money, let's say, see, I will give you some small example. If you are going to buy for your organization or for your any company, you need to purchase or you need to procure a procedure to buy a laptop, desktop, or network, storage, all the things. But in here, cloud, what you want to do, you just want to go for this vendor where you that vendor is providing cloud service. You just need to ask that we need 4 GB RAM, 50 GB hard disk, and this is my further requirement. I'm just giving you example, right? So that kind of machine you will get in minimum 8 to 10,000 monthly. That's it. You need to pay that 8 to 10,000, and rest depends on that cloud provider. They will manage each and everything from there, like firewall, your backup, retention backup, all these things they will manage from there. So you no need to bother about this thing. Just a minute. Sorry for the interruption. So our next slide is that cloud computing is the cutting edge technology that enables one to leverage computer resources and services over the internet, right? Rather than spend huge sums of money that I think already gave the example to procure computer equipment, resource or services, you can access them over the internet for a small amount of money in a service demand or I told you that pay as you go basis. With cloud computing, we can say CC, cloud computing. The report goes on to say that organizations, institutions, and companies no longer need to invest heavily in such resources, which are of necessity limited and required troubleshoot and cost control management, having instead the options to migrate to a cloud model enabling them to purchase or lease resource online. That I think you got this point. Uh, this model thus free organizations, institutions, and companies from internal management cost. The IT resources being administered by the cloud computing provider that I told you, na, that they can manage each and everything from their cloud side. You no need to worry about your computer, whether it is uh, Windows update is required or not. That all kind of this kind of services we can call managed service. This managed service will be covered by cloud provider. So they will update each and wherever required, like Windows update, Office update. Whether any updates came, they will uh, update their from there, and even any hardware update or network side or firewall, that also they can manage from there. So you need to worry about your applications, your work only. That's it. This model thus free organization, institution, and companies from internal management cost, thus the IT resources being administered by the cloud computing provider. In a nutshell, see, cloud computing provides tremendous opportunities to streamline the use of IT, reducing cost and driving up efficiency. See, what is the use of cloud computing? There are this few are the samples where we can use that cloud computing, like data management. In such a big company, they can manage their data with storing and backup, because see, for storing they can provide us the space as per our requirement, and for backup by default they are taking entire machines backup by default for last 10 days or retention kind of backup. Second one is website and blog hosting. See, nowadays so many companies like GoDaddy, Go Raja Hosting, so many companies are providing hosting, free of hosting, but they are internally using cloud structure. So they can give you the entire space or entire VMs for entire VMs, or they can divide VM also. Let's say one VM, but I need to give to three users. So they can divide as per users requirement and give it to you. This is the third, audio and video streaming. This is the very useful. Like nowadays we are to store audio and video, we are using YouTube and any other channels. But that cloud is also providing spaces for streaming of audio and videos. Fetch data and analyze. And the last one is that current technologies, or we can say current features of applications, that mobile application. Mostly we are using any, let's say we want to check our Gmail. We will not go to machines or open the laptop. We will directly check from the mobile. So that is the example of how to use of cloud computing. In which terms or where we can use the cloud computing. Working models of cloud. This is the basic, means see, brief we have check what is the brief about cloud computing, and what is where or in which terms we can use the cloud computing. But now the working models of cloud computing means how we can understand that what is the cloud. So to understand the clouds, we need to learn about their models, that which models of cloud computing they are using. See, there exist few services and models that effectively work behind the scene to make the cloud computing service more feasible and accessible to the end users. So there are two working models of cloud computing. First one is deployment, second one is service. Right? Deployment means you can get that layout or structure of the machine, and service, that service is being offered by cloud computing that you can use. We will start with deployment models. See, this is the I told you that deployment model and service model, that is the very measures means this is the very what we can say that working models. So you need to understand about the before starting or before going or before procuring cloud, you need to understand about these two models, deployment and service. First one is the deployment model. Deployment model discuss about three type of approaches. See, deployment means you need to deploy, you need to you get that VM, or you are going to purchase or procure the VM, you need to think about the in which models or in which approach I can use for my organization or my company. So deployment model discuss about three types of approaches to the cloud. Uh, it points out the exact position of the cloud. See, there are four types of approaches to the cloud, and it can choose any one of them. Means it depends on your requirement. These approaches are as follows. Like first one is the public cloud, open to all. Uh, I think you may understand about their name because it is easy to understand that public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and the cloud. These four are their deployment model approaches that can be used as per your requirement. Now, what is the public cloud? As we seen till this slide, that what is the cloud computing, where and what are the uses of cloud computing, means where we can use the cloud computing. Third, to use the cloud computing, what is the method, means how to understand that in which terms or in which approach we need to follow, right? So there are two for new member who have joined right now, that to understand the cloud there are two methods, deployment and service. And in deployment there are multiple approaches like public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and community cloud. We will see what is the public cloud. There's even a few system and services that can be easily approached by the people. This is possibility is contents remain open to the public. It means it is open to all, like we can say, because it is public cloud. Second one is, what is private cloud? Whenever the systems and services demand for a local approach similar to those that can be approached only inside a particular zone or an organization, then that would fall under the private cloud category. It is considered safe enough as its contents always remains private. Means you need to store any confidential data in your organization data, admins, accounts. For that, you can use that private cloud mechanism or private cloud approach. So your data will be safe around, and it is accessible to your from your organization only, not from outside. The third one is the hybrid cloud. The hybrid cloud is a combination of both the public and the private cloud, in which the critical activities are taken care of by the private cloud, while the non-critical activities are taken care of the public cloud. Means the hybrid cloud is a combination of both public and private. Means again it depends on your requirements or your organization requirement. Based on this, you can go for these approaches. And the last one is the community cloud. Whenever the systems and services remain approachable only by a defined group of organizations, then that approach would essentially fall under the community cloud. Again, we will read. Whenever the systems, read and listen carefully, and because this is the four major approaches to follow the or to understand the cloud. Whenever the systems and services remain approachable only by a defined group of organizations, then that approach would essentially fall under the community cloud category. Right? This is the four approaches of uh, development cloud models. This is the service model. This is the, again, this is very interesting because we need to think about which service we are going to use or which service we want as a users, as an organization, as a company. So cloud offering three services, we can say in short: SaaS, IaaS, and PaaS. In SaaS, it is saying software as a service, infrastructure as a service, and platform as a service. These three are divided into service models. We will understand basic about, because in next our presentation or in next lecture you will get to know what is the SaaS in details. I will give you only brief about software as a service. So software as a service is like what we can say, we can give example of Microsoft Office. This is a software. SQL database, this is a kind of software. That kind of software is contained software as a service. With SaaS, one can purchase a licensed software and the software is centralized. SaaS can be used by the companies to monitor their departments such as HR, sales, communication, and their entire management. Software as a service offers applications that are accessed over the web and are not managed by your company but by the software provider, right? This relieves your organization from the constant pressure of software maintenance, infrastructure, network security, because it's all by default you will get it from the cloud provider. So you no need to worry about that maintenance and security. So this relieves your organization from the constant pressure of software maintenance, infrastructure management, network security, data availability, and all the other operational issues involved with the keeping applications up and running. So this is the brief about SaaS, software as a service. This is the one services of the that service model. Second is infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service offers a standardized way of acquiring computing capabilities on demand and over the web. Such resources include like storage facilities, networks, processing power, virtual private sector servers. These are charged under a pay-as-you-go model where you are billed by factors such as how much storage you use or the amount or of processing power you consume over a certain time span. Let's say I have taken my, I'm giving you a small example once again, because for you are, I think, new, all the my faculties and colleagues and students, that infrastructure as a service, let's say I have given example. I have taken game from cloud provider. Let's say it's 4 GB, 50 GB hard disk and 4 core. Core means that server vCPU. And in my server for 10 days, 15 days, or 1 month, that particular VM, I need to expand or I need to make it higher configuration. Instead of 4 GB, I want to increase as a 8 GB for that 1 month. So pay as you go models means whatever you are using for that 1 month, let's say you are increasing 4 GB to 8 GB. So for that 1 month, you need to pay that 8 GB bill, right? After 1 GB, after 1 month, that your default 4 GB price will be continued. So that is a very big advantage of cloud, because in what we can do na, in our system, if we need to do higher configuration, let's say 4 GB to 8 GB, we need to purchase a RAM, and that we need to install our workstation or a laptop. But that default functionality, it will be provided by cloud providers. So you need to ask them, we need to, because they are providing managed service and they are providing uh, admin panel also. From there you can manage, being a cloud administrator or server admin, that person that can manage based on your requirement. You don't need to go to the cloud and anywhere, because this will impact your machines or VM immediately, 4 GB to 8 GB. And the third one is the platform as a service. This service is also known as infrastructure as a service, and the individual can use the cloud services for maintaining the websites and application without building a complex infrastructure around it. It also support testing. That is our we talked about uses of the cloud computing. It also supports testing and deployment to support iOS and Android application too. So these three are our major service model which is being offered by the cloud. See, now we understood about how we can use, means in what types of our works we can use the cloud and which model we can approach, right? Now what is the necessity of CC, cloud computing? What we learn or read till this slide, this slide covers all entire briefing about this necessity of cloud computing. With an increase in the number of computer and mobile users, data storage has become a major concern in all the related fields. That I think you may aware about this. Many large and small scale businesses today are growing vigorously on their data, and in turn they are spending a huge amount of money in order to maintain this data or structure. This in turn relies on a very strong IT support and a strong storage hub. Not all businesses can afford this huge expenditure incurred on the in-house IT infrastructure and backup support services. For them, cloud computing CC seems to be a cost-effective solution. Perhaps its efficiency and effectiveness in the area of data storage, computation, and less maintenance costs. This is very interesting here. See, this almost we can say zero maintenance. Where we are going to cloud, it's always zero maintenance, because by default they are giving managed services, network securities, firewalls, admin panels. All these they are giving when you are purchasing any single VM or multiple VM. Okay, so that effectiveness in the area of data storage, computation, and less maintenance cost has made these techniques attractive even for the very large scale businesses also. The user's requirement for the hardware and software combinational models are considerably minimized by incorporating these techniques of cloud computing. The only thing that is demanded from the user side, that is that the user must be able to operate the cloud computing systems interface software, which can be considerably as simple as the web browser, right? It is very simple. Means anyone which is non-technical person, means who have not the computer background, that can also learn and implement, or they can take from any other cloud provider. Take care of the rest. And interesting insight is that we all have experienced cloud computing at some instant of time, some of the well-known cloud service we have made use of or we are still using, as I said earlier, our popular mail services like Gmail, Hotmail, or Yahoo. That all are cloud-based services. And the last point about necessity, while we access our email services, this is kind of this slide is kind of that practical. While we access our email services, we see that our data is essentially stored on the cloud server, not on our computer that we have, right? The technology and infrastructure that forms the backbone of the cloud remains invisible. It is to minimum consideration as to whether the cloud services are based on HTTP, XML. This is the technology with cloud or computers are offering HTTP, XML, Ruby, PHP, or other related technologies as far as it is user friendly and functional. It's possible for an individual user to get connected to the cloud system from the user's own personal devices like desktop, laptop, and mobile. See, is in that PP slide, now we can say that I can say that you also configure like private cloud. Our second approaches of deployment cloud model. We can say that this is my organization. I want to take this VM only from my organization, not from outside. That services also your system admin can manage through firewall. So your data will be fully secure. Your data and your server, even your application. Benefits of cloud computing. I have given the example that cost. It's eliminates uh, the need of bulky hardware and saves 30% to 70% in-house purchases. I hope it is now clear to you. Right it. Thanks. Benefits of cloud computing. As I give an example of that cost, it eliminates the need of bulky hardware and saves 30% to 70% of in-house purchases. I hope my sound is now clear to all of you. Speed. The flexibility of free space and reuse of space will increase the speed without the delays caused in the stack server. Globalization means reaching to the entire globe at once with the help of cloud services and providing the right services in the right region. So this is the major means we can say benefits of the cloud computing: cost, speed, and the globalization. And the next two is uh, performance. Performance which we can say uh, the cloud computing runs on centralized worldwide data center and is regularly upgraded to the latest hardware. What I told you that the latest hardware means to update the hardware and to update your OS, they are giving you managed service. They are providing you managed service so that Windows and hardware upgrade they will regularly update from their end. And as you know that reliability, cloud computing makes data backup, disaster recovery, and less expensive damage repairs. So these five are major benefits of cloud computing. Now, what is the cloud computing features? So, uh, as I told you that you can manage it from your end. So that is first one is easily manageable. So cloud computing is a technique where in the applications that we make use of is something that is issued by the unknown node that would never claim of for ownership. Whereas here it is we who possess the ownership of that applications completely, right? If we are using Google Documents, we need not worry about the purchases of umpteen license for the word processing software or about maintaining them to up to date, right? Because they are providing, because they are offering service, so they will give you the regular updates. Google takes care of the entire process and fulfills all those requirements. This is the kind of small example of Google. As far as cloud computing technique is concerned, we need to just focus on the job that is assigned to us and need not bother about the features or services that is to be offered, and this would be efficiently done by an outsider. Means this is easily manageable. That what we can uh, until this presentation, this is concluding here. So this one is the features of the cloud computing CC. Second one is on-demand service. See, what we need to understand is this is that what are the uses of cloud computing, which terms that you need to think about while procure or going to take use the cloud computing. What is your need, right? And the third one is what is the approach you are going to follow, because they are providing multiple approach, they are providing multiple services. It depends on your requirement or your organization department, which we need to select or which we need to use for our services or works. So second cloud computing features is on-demand services. Cloud services are provided on demand and are often purchased on a pay as you go basis or on a subscription basis. Okay. Means see, there are two options. Uh, I can show you that even if you can go pay as you model, or if you you can also go subscription basis, like 6 month subscription, half yearly, quarterly, 1 year subscription basis also you can go. So we can typically purchase cloud computing in the same way as we would purchase electricity, telephone services, or internet access from any other company. So same what where we are going now, like we are going for electricity to buy electricity to telephone services. Same we need to go with cloud provider and buy cloud services. Like see, I'm going to take internet connectivity, right? Internet connectivity from any other provider like Geo, local company, or anywhere. So before going, because see, they are providing 40 Mbps, 60 Mbps, 80 Mbps, 100 Mbps. But what I need, that I need to uh, select, because as per my requirement, I need 60 Mbps service speed. So based on this, I can go for this services. Like that, you also need to select what is your exact requirement, what is the your future requirement. Based upon this, you can select your cloud services. So cloud computing services can be purchased as per our requirement, which is almost similar to that of the purchase of electricity, which is usually bought or paid for based on our consumption. As means pay as you go. These features makes the use of cloud computing techniques more convenient as our requirement never remains stable. Like after 6 months, we need to change data, whatever I have given this demo. But after given, uh, my data or my storage is going beyond the my storage capacity. So what I do, I just uh, request my system admin that I need 50 GB instead of 50 GB, I need 100 GB or 4 GB to 8 GB. So they can instant update that admin panel and you will get that changes. So these features makes us the use of cloud computing techniques more convenient as our requirements never remain stable. So this is our first cloud computing features easily manageable, and the second one is on demand service, means we can use as per our requirement. Third one, we need to select whether we need to go for public service, public cloud or private cloud. Because see, today the use of personal computer has increased considerably, and we people have acquired that knowledge of both controlling and wherever the technical terms means which are going, who is doing that programming. So of both controlling and programming them as per our requirements. See, cloud is totally, I can say totally 90% is based on your requirement. You only need to think about a requirement and give their your configuration to cloud provider. That's it. As per our requirements, and on the other hand, we need to remember that we also stand responsibility for all the output of time. Cloud computing provides a solution for all the problems encountered by incorporating any one of the two models, namely the public and private cloud. Web-based email is identified as one of the well-known example of public cloud. Why public cloud? Because this is, am I audible? I hope I'm audible. So that is the one of the uh, example of public cloud service. Like web-based email is identified as one of the well-known example of a public cloud model. Private cloud computing system operates more or less in the same way as that of the public cloud computing system, but the difference here is that we can access the resource that we make use of through a much more secure network connection, almost like an intranet. Right? I think you got this point because I given you the example. Like public service means open to all, like Gmail, Yahoo, Reddit Mail, Google. All is the open means public cloud. And private cloud, like my service should be accessible through my network, through my organization, not from outside. My VM should be accessible through my organization only. So that is the private cloud, means secure network connection required, and it is accessible through your intranet. Intranet means your local organization. See, futures of cloud computing. Till now, we have discussed about the models, approaches, how to use or where we can use the cloud computing, and brief about cloud computing, features about the cloud computing. Now, what is the future? But this is our second, we can say, topics. Like first is the how to understand that we did earlier. Now this is the futures of cloud computing. Like see, gaming, e-book, e-learning. Nowadays, almost already we are using that cloud computing to store e-books and games and all this thing. Network disk, mobiles, cloud, healthcare, cloud office, IPTV. So mostly this is the futures of cloud computing, and out of these, some of the futures that already being offered by the cloud, and mostly we are using in nowadays for our organization or for our personal use. So this is the main features of cloud computing. Again, I will repeating like our computer servers, gaming zone, ebook where we can easily store that data of content of YouTube, video or audio streaming to that cloud services or servers, and from there we can use. So cloud office is there, IPTV is also there, healthcare, cloud SNS, mobile, network disk, all are the futures in near our next 2 to 5 to 10 year. We can say the futures of cloud computing. Now, what I can say that the cloud allows users to access application, information, and data of all sorts on an online level rather than by use of actual hardware or devices. A company offering reliable cloud technology allows for computing to be done in a much more shared way, as a cloud provides a service rather than a product. That is very clear. A company offering reliable cloud technology allows for computing to be done in a much more shared way, as a cloud provides a service rather than a product. Users get and share their information in a way that can allow them to access and give access to the whole world or any groups of people within their cloud. So that is again the some briefing about the futures of cloud computing. What the future of cloud computing holds. See, this is again very interesting that we understand about cloud, features about cloud, but what the futures of cloud computing holds. With cloud computing, sorry, with cloud computing and the technology behind it, there are many potential opportunities and capabilities. Cloud computing can open a whole new world of jobs.
We need see this is a 5 days conference, no? In terms of me, Google Meet is not possible because people in between share their content. For you, only 1 hour session, no?
Yes, 1 hour. This is I'm going to finish very soon. Okay. So cloud computing can open a whole new world of jobs, services, platforms, applications, and much more. There are thousands of possibilities beginning to form as the future of cloud computing start to really take off.
Okay.
For instance, vendor and service providers can get on board to develop new and different ways of selling their goods and services to the cloud users through cloud technology. It opens up a whole new platform.
But the rest of data.
They can easily do it from cloud services. Businesses and organizations can organize themselves and conduct business much more affordable and professionally. Social networking and keeping in touch with friends gets a greater deal, like what we are using Facebook and WhatsApp. Why clouds are so beneficial to the data sharing world, right? Because it's almost storing the data. They are giving the things.
Anji. Anji. Which one? File. Okay. Okay, Abhishek. I will try. I'll try. I'm trying now.
You can wait. Why cloud are so beneficial to the data sharing world? The main reason that the future of cloud computing will be as powerful and expansive as it portends to be is that cloud technology is extremely beneficial. For one thing, the extreme. For one thing, I think I should start with the once again the main reason that the future of cloud computing will be as powerful, as expensive as it portends to be, as that cloud technology is extremely beneficial. For one thing, the extreme agility and accessibility of a cloud is far superior to the
Thank you.
use of current technology. No matter where in the world, one happens to be or what device they are using, they can access their cloud and continue to do their work or share their information. Not only that, but cloud technology is extremely cost effective, and a company could end up saving thousands by choosing this option. Right? This is also a very big advantage of using cloud. For the reliability, a cloud offers the security it provides and the performance it boasts of. The cost of a cloud makes it an incredible option for individuals and corporations. The future of cloud computing is very bright, as we all now aware about this. See, now in this presentation or in this lecture, we understood about the what is the how to understand the cloud, how to make approach to using the cloud service to the cloud provider. That all we have learned, and let's do some quiz type of notice just the for your basic understanding. This is the very simple. How many working models are there in cloud? Can anybody? Yes, right, perfect. There are two working models are there in cloud. First one is deployment, second one is service models. Right, perfect. Most of them are giving three, but not three. Three, the service they are offering. Working models are two. Right, perfect. What are the cloud computing service models? Service models. Yes, services models that we have seen earlier that are platform as a service. Yes, perfectly fine, correct, exactly. So software as a service, infrastructure as a service, and the platform as a service. So why I am asking you that through the PPT you can easily understand, because this is the very important kind of thing before starting your cloud services or before going to implement the cloud services in your organization. Right, perfect. What is the full form of IaaS? Yes, right, exactly. It is infrastructure as a services. Now, second last is what is the full form of PaaS? PaaS. Platform as a services. Right, perfect. Yes, exactly. Correct. Most of, I think, mostly you are getting the what I'm going to learn or teaching you. You all are aware. Yes, right, perfect. And tell us the different types of cloud. That is very interesting. Yes. Different type of clouds means how many different types of clouds is there and their names. So different types of cloud is yes. Public, private, four, we can say four. Public, private, hybrid, and community cloud. These are the four different types of cloud. I think now this is some basic question we have taken, and this is for your only understanding. But see, till in this PPT, we have learned about the brief about the for new who has joined the newly. I can say first we have started with the brief of cloud computing. CC, what is the cloud computing? Where we can use the cloud computing services? That is our next methods or topics we can say. Third is how many models, means there are two major models, deployment and service model clouds are offering. In deployment model, we need to follow some approaches like public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and the community cloud. After that, there are service model they are offering. In service model, you can use the yes perfect public, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, and software as a service. So these two are major models which we can use in while going to implement the cloud services. So thanks all the participants. Take care of yourself, and if you have any question, note down my email ID. You can raise any time. I can answer whenever I am received the your query or anything. Okay. Thanks once again.
Pure developer, and I requested him to talk about this session because he is only backbone of all our project. Like the division of like taking care of the entire development thing. You are now fully loaded with what is the basic understanding, because technically he cannot speak about basic understanding because so many people line up who are working from Microsoft, Azure, and other people are in your that if you want, you can discuss, you can ask some live questions, even how the way he is managing and developing the software, because till you have 15 minutes time, you could post your
Stop this time. Anyone to ask any questions?
anyone to ask any questions. Able to hear me? You're not able to hear?
Are you able to hear me? Please post a response in chat otherwise. I have enabled all participants can. I am unmuting all. Maybe not be able to.
Now it is.
Hello?
Hello, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Yes.
I just want to know, sir. Actually, I'm working in this network security field, sir. In my
Okay.
research area is network security. So what I thought is to use cloud in my research area. So just I want to know how can we provide security through cloud?
See, as I told you, na, that whenever you are going to implement or you need going to buy cloud services, that security you don't need to bother. Security will be provided by cloud services only. You need to take care about your applications, your data, and the approaches which you are going to implement for your organization or for your study. So security, mostly security will be providing by cloud services because they are managing our server. So security we cannot manage it from here.
Security,
That firewall kind of things they are providing to us.
now, what are the approaches that they are following to provide security, sir?
See, mostly they are using. Mostly they are using default securities they are providing by all. See, it depends on your cloud provider, right? Mostly they are using firewall services to secure your networks and for to understand about security about your cloud services. This is our next session is which will be taken by Rajavi about the security of cloud. What types of security and how we can manage our securities. That will be demonstrated by Raja in the next lecture.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
See, there are some questions we have received. How to establish a cloud lab in college? Sir, there is a last session. Hello.
Speaker off. There is a last knowledge over cloud. There is a last session. Platify is the company which they have tie up with Microsoft Azure. Yes. Service provider, especially like especially AWS entity, and then you could able to avail the services. That is also in last day we have shared. Is there in can you put some light on research issues in cloud technology? Yes. Civil or you are doing some social science research, you need to have a platform to explore all your research. So for data without burdening your hand and without like you do not want where you are going to explore all your data irrespective you are from Tamil discipline or English or literature or arts and science or geography for everything. You must aware about base cloud. That's what yesterday Abhishek rightly said. There are 18,000 cloud services available. But as a research faculty, that like data science application or big data applications over cloud. You don't want to be expert for entire cloud technology, sir. That's what our intention to teach you for this 5 days training. For download charges also, there are huge difference. Per GB as an industry or corporate, you have to pay 8 rupees if you are downloading from your application, cloud application. Some people are giving free of cost, entire download free of cost, but some giant like AWS and Amazon Web Services, still they have a mechanism on policy for download data egress charge. They come up with 1 GB 0.66 paise. That's what educational always you will get benefit. Whenever you approach for any kind of services, especially in like large corporate sector, you need to ask them, is there any educational discount or not? First you have to ask, then they will have a policy. Otherwise they will not reveal or they will not say. Those things, if you want how to prepare a tender, if you want to go for any your institute server cloud service provider application, I may be able to help you. If you want, I could plan one session in the day. Yes, voice breaking, not clear. Okay, maybe camera is something. Mass data transfer from one cloud to another is not possible due to constraints. That's what, sir. You have to establish a pipe, sir. You have to establish it is a pipe. It is available. We do transfer more terabyte of data from one cloud to another cloud. It is possible, sir.
Sir, can we have a live session of how to create a cloud and how to
Could you throw some light? Yes, I think other questions?
Sir, this is Aditya. Can we have a live session of how to create?
Sir, you can enable, sir. I already given permission. Unmute all.
Attendees can mute themselves
Now you can open. You can ask questions. You have 10 more minutes time.
This is Aditya. Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Sir, can we have a live session of how to create a cloud? How to create a cloud account?
Voice is not coming, sir. We are not able to hear it.
Are you enable voice?
Any questions? Any questions from participants? Even you can also send an email to us. My email ID is mentioned there.
Sir.
Raja email ID is
Hello.
also. Yes, madam.
Sir, Jayalakshmi from SRK, sir, Coimbatore. Sir, how do we implement the AWS in our college, sir, for teaching to the students?
AWS.
Can we use for that? Is it free, sir? Some free of services available under this AWS?
Madam?
Yes, sir.
Yes. See, in AWS as well as education also, they are giving some lab. For example, you need to sign your letterhead with your
Yes.
principal authority signature. You need to approach them. You need to have your institutional domain name, email address for each and every person from your institute. That is a step number 1. See, they have limited with some kind of applications, madam. For example, you can create only 0.75 GB RAM as a free of cost. That also only one instance at a time. And your hard disk capacity maximum it may be free of cost only 25 GB. They will not do beyond that. There is a limitations, but as a student, as an educational institution, to explore entire technology, whatever they are offering as a free of cost, it is fair enough to explore entire cloud system.
Okay, thank you, sir. I received one website, one URL. Okay, sir, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sir, in this session, can we have of creating these things in AWS cloud?
Last day we will give you the small demonstration how the way you can register, how to approach. Those things will be there.
Those accounts can we use for our ourselves, sir, in future?
Yes, sir. That is what, sir. There is an identity management system. The moment until unless you have your institutional email address. So first criteria, your institute should have your domain email address. For example, I am from Influnet Center. What is my domain email address? raja@influnet.ac.in. Like the same way. If you want to avail any free services from any cloud service providers, you need to approach some Google like G Suite or Office 365 from Microsoft. Both the people are offering free of services to education institution. You should have your own domain email address, first one criteria. The moment you are being with that institute, obviously you will hold your email address. The moment you resign from your organization, your IT department will delete your email address. As long as you have that institutional email address, you are able to use, but not all the resources. Not all the resources. Very, very limited. Anything else?
Right, sir. Thank you, sir, for a wonderful session.
Thank you. Thank you. So we will have one more session like security, assessing the security risk, where we get vulnerable and those things can be discussed. And I am very thankful to Sri Dharmesh Shah and for his wonderful session. And you can post all
Thank
your
you all.
queries. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, one more request, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, can we have a WhatsApp or Telegram group for sharing information, sir?
Yes, sir. Pakka, because we can not vote. How many people are interested? You please mention here, say yes, WhatsApp group, yes, so that I will create immediately. Because I don't want to simply add everyone, because somebody will not have an interest. Yes. Yes, yes,
So
I'm
that
noting down.
so that you can share the videos and PPTs of the lectures for our future reference.
Yes, yes, sir. Actually, PPT, everything video already shared in the drive. And today I thought to share with everyone, but unfortunately, out of 159, only 100 people turned up. So I don't want to share it with everyone. So today I'm going.
159, we can have a WhatsApp group, sir. Instead of Telegram, we can have a WhatsApp group because it has a capacity of 264. So we can go with WhatsApp.
No WhatsApp. No, if nobody wants, please don't respond. I will create whoever say yes. I will create one group for you. And hopefully somebody could take care of the admin power because somebody will post some wrong comment, then I will be in trouble.
Only related to cloud computing. No money and no
Only
video.
related to this WhatsApp.
Part later.
Okay.
Okay, thanks a lot. And we'll meet in 11:45 as per schedule.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Awesome.
એક જ મિનિટ હું કહું છું
એકચ્યુઅલી ત્યાંના ડીન આ ગણાત્રા છે રૂચાનો ભાઈ એ એટલો મગજવાળો છે ને એ તો અમારા જેટલી જ એજનો છે
ખાલી